Tel Aviv is, completely paralyzed. Iran's attack has rendered Israel helpless as tensions in the Middle East reach a boiling point. The Jewish world watches anxiously as Iran finally launches its first attack on Israel. This isn't just a retaliatory action, it's, a meticulously planned and prepared move by Tehran. Within seconds, thousands of guided missiles are launched from Iranian territory, piercing the night sky and heading toward the heart of Israel, Tel Aviv. What happens next is a scene that will be recorded in history as, honestly, one of the most devastating moments for the Jewish state. From the outset, Iran has never hidden its intention to retaliate against every attack launched by Israel on its interests and those of its allies in the Middle East. These tensions have been escalating for years, and Israel's latest attack, which killed several key Iranian and Hezbollah leaders, was the spark that ignited a massive explosion. However, Iran chose not to respond impulsively. They waited for the right moment, preparing meticulously and, designing a strategy to deliver maximum impact. When the attack was finally launched, there were no prior warnings. Thousands of guided missiles prepared over months were launched from various locations in Iran. These missiles were not fired haphazardly. Each was programmed to hit specific targets within Israel, with Tel Aviv as the primary target. These missiles penetrated Israel's air defense systems, including the Iron Dome, which had long been relied upon to protect major cities from enemy attacks. That night, Tel Aviv turned red as Iran's missiles struck the city with, unprecedented force. Explosions erupted across multiple locations, sparking massive fires that quickly engulfed surrounding buildings. Thick black smoke billowed into the sky, shrouding Israel's capital in darkness and panic. Streets usually bustling with traffic and daily activities were now filled with the sound of emergency sirens and the panicked screams of residents seeking shelter. Israel's defense systems, known for their resilience, appeared powerless against this sudden attack. The Iron Dome, typically capable of intercepting rocket attacks, seemed unable to handle the volume and speed of Iran's missiles. While some missiles were intercepted, many broke through and reached their targets, causing widespread destruction. Key buildings in Tel Aviv, including government offices and critical infrastructure, were reduced to rubble within minutes. Hospitals, meant to be places of refuge, were overwhelmed by the influx of casualties. Rescue teams and the Israeli military were immediately deployed, but the scale of the destruction made rescue efforts a monumental challenge. Israel, known for its swift and decisive military responses, appeared shaken by this attack. Israeli leaders, usually resolute in the face of threats, now had to convene and carefully formulate their next steps. However, this situation was not just about military strength. The attack also affected the morale and spirit of the Israeli nation. Citizens who had felt secure under the protection of the Iron Dome and a strong military now faced the reality that their defenses had been breached and their capital lay in ruins. Panic spread across the country, with many residents attempting to flee Tel Aviv in search of safer places. Iran did not act alone in this attack. Its allies in the Middle East, the Houthis in Yemen and Hezbollah in Lebanon, quickly responded by launching follow-up attacks. Houthi missiles were fired from Yemen, while Hezbollah, which had long been preparing its arsenal, launched rocket attacks from the Lebanese border. These combined assaults further worsened the situation in Israel, whose defenses were already overwhelmed by Iran's attack. Israel now had to face attacks from two additional fronts. Houthi and Hezbollah missiles struck targets across Israel, including military installations and other major cities. These follow-up attacks demonstrated precise coordination and were highly destructive to Israel.